Why is it that some streamers can keep you watching for hours, even when they're just sitting there doing nothing special? There's actually a secret formula behind it, and once you see how it works, you'll realize your brain's been getting played like a video game this whole time. So in this video, we're breaking down exactly what makes the most addictive streamers so good at keeping people hooked. I'm talking about guys like Kai Cenat, XQC, IShowSpeed, Ludwig, people who can hold thousands of viewers even when they're literally doing laundry. You'll see the hidden psychology, the patterns they use without you noticing, and how they've mastered the art of grabbing your attention and never letting go. And by the end, you'll understand exactly why their streams feel impossible to click away from. Let's start with the biggest misconception about streaming. Most people think success comes from being the best gamer.
Oh, fuck, I beat you.
I got it! Yeah!
Oh, no.
Yeah!
The funniest person, or having the best setup.
Because if I don't have the vacuum cleaner holding up the back of the monitor, it'll fall over.
Wrong. You can have the craziest camera, perfect lighting, and god-tier gameplay, and still get buried under 1,000 other streamers. Because the truth is, addictive streaming has almost nothing to do with what you do, and everything to do with how you make people feel. That's the real secret. Addictive streamers don't entertain you, they emotionally trap you, and they do it using 3 invisible weapons: rhythm, connection, and unpredictability. Let's start with rhythm, because this one is sneaky. When you watch someone like XQC or Kai, it feels chaotic, like random energy flying in every direction, but behind the chaos is a perfect tempo. Every few seconds, something happens. It might be a new clip, a sound alert, a joke, a reaction, but it's always something. This keeps your brain in a constant loop of micro rewards. It's the same psychological trick that TikTok and slot machines use. Releases dopamine, and dopamine is what keeps you watching. That's why when XQC jumps from clip to clip, or when Speed suddenly screams after 5 minutes of silence, you can't look away. Your brain's waiting for the next hit. In a study from Stanford, researchers found that unpredictability increases dopamine release by up to 400%. That's the science behind why your phone notifications, TikTok feed, and Twitch streams are so addictive. Streamers have literally turned this into an art form, creating a rhythm that constantly teases your attention without ever letting it fully rest. But rhythm only keeps you hooked for so long. The second part of the formula is connection. You actually know the streamer. You've probably heard the term parasocial relationship. That's when your brain treats a one-sided connection as a real friendship. Streamers use this without even realizing it. They talk to chat like it's a friend sitting in the room.
Come on, chat was good, ladies and gentlemen. I hath returned.
They tell personal stories, share inside jokes, ask for your opinion. And the wild part? It works. Even if you've never met them, your brain releases the same bonding hormones that it would if you were talking to a real friend. Take Ludwig during his subathon. People literally watched him sleep. Nothing happening. Just him in bed. But it didn't matter. It felt intimate. It felt like being part of his life. That's the key. Addictive streamers make you feel like you belong in their story. You're not just a viewer, you're part of the crew. There's a reason streamers call their communities gang, family, or chat. They create identity. They use phrases like we instead of I. Humans are wired for belonging. It's the same reason sports fans stay loyal to a team even when they're losing every season. Once you feel like part of a tribe, you'll defend it, represent it, and keep showing up every single day. But now let's get to the most powerful and dangerous part of the formula: unpredictability. Humans hate boredom more than anything. Our brains crave novelty, new experiences, new emotions, new chaos. That's why unpredictable streamers rise faster than anyone else. Think of Kai. One day he's gaming, the next day he's dancing with Offset, the next he's doing a sleepover with a celebrity. You never know what's next, but you know it'll be wild. That uncertainty keeps viewers locked in, just like cliffhangers keep you watching a show. It's the same reason reality TV works. The chaos isn't random, it's addictive unpredictability, and the best streamers structure their content like a never-ending show, with rising tension, comedic relief, and payoff moments, all on repeat. But here's where the formula gets deeper. Addictive streamers aren't just entertaining, they build emotional consistency within that chaos. Even when things change, you know what you're going to feel. For example, when you tune into Speed, you expect loud, unpredictable energy.
Ah! Woo! That was good. Thank you.
His orange suit.
That was awesome.
With Pokimane, you expect calm, cozy comfort. With XQC, you expect fast reactions and unfiltered chaos. It's emotional branding. Your brain associates a specific feeling with each creator, so you come back for that feeling again and again. Now, this all sounds great, but here's where the problem starts. Because once you know this formula, it's easy to abuse it. The constant dopamine hits, the non-stop stimulation, the emotional bonding, it can turn both the audience and the streamer into addicts. Viewers lose hours, days, even weeks watching streams, chasing that next funny moment or big reaction. Streamers, on the other hand, feel trapped, like they have to perform constantly or risk disappearing. That's the dark side of the formula, the burnout loop. Ludwig's subathon, for example, was record-breaking, but it also left him exhausted. Speed's chaotic energy sometimes leads to controversy.
Question, okay? Say if we're the last two people on Earth and we had to reproduce to make the world continue, would you reproduce with me?
Because he's constantly trying to top his last moment. The very thing that builds fame also eats away at mental health for both sides. So, how do the best streamers handle this without burning out? That's where the evolution stage comes in. The development part of the formula most people don't talk about. Addictive streamers evolve storylines. They don't just do random chaos, they create arcs. Think of it like seasons in a show. Kai's celebrity streams, Speed's soccer phase, Ludwig's YouTube transition, all of these are progression arcs. They refresh the formula just before it gets stale. This keeps old fans invested and new fans curious. They also know when to step back. You'll notice top streamers often disappear for a week or two. That's not them being lazy, that's strategic distance. It resets your brain's craving. When they come back, your dopamine response is stronger. That's literally how scarcity works. When something is rare, it feels more valuable. Even brands use this technique. McDonald's brings back the McRib once a year, not because they can't sell it, but because scarcity makes it desirable. Streamers do the same thing, consciously or not. Now, let's hit the climax, the key realization behind all of this. Addictive streamers don't just entertain, they engineer experiences. Every laugh, every reaction, every camera angle, it's all part of a system that triggers your brain to stay longer. They understand attention better than most movie directors. They mix chaos with comfort, noise with silence, humor with suspense. It's like emotional rhythm, up, down, up, down. You get hyped, then you relax, then you laugh, then you get curious. That's how they keep you hooked for hours. It's not randomness, it's pacing. Here's something crazy. Twitch's top 1% of streamers control more than 75% of all watch time. That's millions of people spending billions of hours watching the same few faces. Why? Because those faces mastered the formula. And that streaming isn't about gaming anymore. It's about emotional engineering. It's about creating a digital space where people feel seen, entertained, and connected. And once you do that, you've basically cracked the code of modern attention. Now, let's zoom out and wrap this up with one big truth. The secret formula behind the most addictive streamers isn't really a secret at all. It's just human psychology wrapped in entertainment. It's dopamine management, emotional connection, and consistent unpredictability. It's storytelling disguised as chaos. They're not just streamers, they're modern-day showrunners, directors, actors, and friends, all rolled into one. And whether they know it or not, they've built the most advanced form of digital entertainment we've ever seen.
Kai Cenat, streaming 7/24. Watch them stream on
You find yourself 5 hours deep into a stream, laughing, chatting, and wondering where your time went. Just remember, it wasn't an accident. You were experiencing the formula in action. And who knows, maybe now that you understand it, you can use it too. Whether you're a creator, a streamer, or just someone who loves watching, knowing the formula gives you power. The power to create or the power to control your attention. Because in the end, the most addictive streamers don't just capture your time. they capture your curiosity, and that's something algorithms alone can't replace. So if you want to understand the previous layer of this, how random streamers keep blowing up on Twitch, click the video on your screen right now. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe.